We finally found it. A great set of brad point bits.
We're in the wood shop today talking about drill bits. We've all got them, probably got too many. I know I have too many. One that I have that I wish I didn't is a set of brad point bits, like what Kim has right there.
I know exactly what he's talking about. We've all been down that road where we go to the home center and buy a cheap set of brad point bits. And you know what the problem is?
What's the problem?
They wiggle. They wiggle like crazy.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah, which means you're, trying to get a straight hole.
Yeah, that 1/4 inch hole isn't quite 1/4 inch, is it?
No, and the tips quite often are ground wrong and vary from bit to bit. And there's just nothing good about it.
No, and it's one thing, you get what you pay for.
You do.
And sometimes you just need to spend just a little bit more and get a decent bit.
Yeah. Oh. But I like the idea of having a brad point bit. So I've been kind of screwing around here with drilling some holes.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see what's the difference between a twist drill, a brad point, Forstner bit, and maybe even a premium brad point bit, as opposed to the not so good one.
Well, I'm never as technical as you, but so I'm interested in your results.
Well, a regular drill bit, you can see that it's got that V shape to it. So as it drills down, there's no centering capability, or you can't see the center very well, which can be a problem if you're trying to get it right on that crosshair.
That was going to be my comment.
Exactly. But when these drill bits go down, start drilling down, they're pushing that waste out.
Right.
So it's constantly sort of chipping that edge. But we'll look at our cheap brad point bit here. If you look at this design, you can see, number one, there's the point.
Right.
And that's perfect for getting right in on those center lines. But the cutters are sort of inversed. So the outside edge of those cutters are making contact with the wood before, so to speak, the inside of the cutters.
Right.
So what that does is it just shaves a nice little hole on the outside, and then it starts drilling down. So, and as you can see between these two holes, there's a difference.
All right.
And this is even the...
and in theory, that makes good sense. It's just that particular bit, that it wobbles.
It wobbles, yeah.
And the brad point on some of mine isn't actually... It's like leaning toward Croton. It just does.
Right, yeah. So I was curious about Forstner bits, because we've all got Forstner bits, and there's a lot of reasons to like a Forstner bit and reasons to use it. So as I was drilling these test holes, when I got to the Forstner bit, I was reminded that, number one, it's a very slow process compared to a twist drill.
It truly is.
Yeah, it just doesn't eject the shavings out like a twist drill does. And that's by design. They're not meant to drill fast or anything like that. But it has that center point. It has those sort of tipped up cutters, that make contact on the outside edge. Drills a flat bottom hole, which, something like a twist drill won't. But the brad point sort of drills a flat bottom hole as well. But the real thing with these is that you can't drill as deep. And you also have to clear them out a lot more often than you would like a twist drill or a drill bit. So it's got its place, but I find that the smaller these Forstner bits get, the slower they are.
Oh, exactly.
If you're using a large one, it tends to clear it out pretty good. But these little pups jam up,
They do.
and they generate heat. And so enter the better bit, the better brad point bit.
And I'm all about better.
I found one, Dennis, and it's good. So this is a premium brad point bit, straight, true. Every bit is ground the same with the brad point part of it. And when I drilled this hole, man, it just...
Clean?
Oh, it's just the sheer joy every time I use it.
There
So
you go.
really nice bit. I absolutely love it. Then I got to thinking, well, why do you want a brad point bit? I mean, what are some other advantages of brad point bits? Have you used them much?
I use the Forstner bit if I'm just going to do a flat bottomed hole.
Right.
But if I'm going to drill on through, I almost always use the brad point.
Absolutely.
And back the cut up. No matter what bit you're using, if you're going through the wood, just be sure to back the cut up. It's going to help with tear out. May not eliminate it, but it will certainly reduce it.
Most of the time it'll eliminate it, and you'll get a clean hole on the other side.
Right.
Even the brad point will even have a cleaner hole on the backside than the twist drill will.
Exactly.
Well, the thing I like about them too is that they're perfect if you've got to go out in the middle of a panel. Let's say I can't go to the drill press.
Oh, right.
And the brad point bits work great on the drill press, don't get me wrong, but if you got a piece that's too big for the drill press, you can use a drill guide. You can get that lined up right on the center.
Right.
And just drill a really clean hole. And you can sort of do the same thing with these handy little drill blocks.
Sure.
And here again, this is where like a Forstner bit doesn't work so well, because when it goes in there, it tends to do this.
Yeah.
Where you get like a brad point or a twist drill, it's a lot more straight up and down.
Oh, absolutely. That's not meant for a Forstner bit for sure.
Right. The other advantage is that, let's say you're going to drill a hole like a counter bore that's only 3/8 of an inch deep. You can go ahead and add a stop to this too, where you can't do that on the Forstner bits.
Right.
So, but these only come in individual bits, so that's one of the hang-ups. But I hear you got a solution for that, right?
We have a solution for you, and that is the general manager has put together a kit of what I would say is the most popular 7 bit sizes.
7-piece set.
From 1/8 of an inch up through a 1/2 inch.
Absolutely. And there's another little surprise from Dennis. He came up with these custom-made holders, bases, that holds all the bits in place. Got a nice bevel on the front, and lo and behold, he did a little engraving on the front as well.
That's right.
So this is our brand new collector's edition 7-piece brad point drill bit set.
And isn't that cool?
It's beautiful. And you can get it in cherry or walnut.
Yep. And if you're wondering how we did it, it's done on a shaper origin, and I just drilled holes and then on board with the text and quick skippy.
Yeah. He was very thoughtful about it too, because if you look close, he even did a little bevel around each hole, so when you slip those bits in, they just go right in. And there was one other thing you wanted to mention about it, right?
Yeah, that's right. And we finished this in Rubio Monocoat, which is new to the store. So we're really enjoying using that on some of the projects we're working on around here.
Absolutely. One coat, one and done. And it's a beautiful finish. So you can get either one of these sets with free shipping. You can get the cherry or the walnut finished in Rubio. There's a lot to like there.
Exactly. And again, it's the 1/8 inch through 1/2 inch, 7 bits. It's all the popular sizes, everything you need.
Everything Dennis needs. He's going to take this set home. I know he is.
Well, one of them's going to end up in my shop, that's for sure.
Which one do you want, the cherry or the walnut?
Well, I don't know. I kind of like cherry, although I've been doing the walnut.
You take the cherry,
I'll
take the walnut.
quite a bit. So,
all right, well, check it out. It's a great set. Like I said, nice and true. A lot of reasons to get a brad point set. So it's a good deal.
And if you're frustrated with the set you have, this is the set you want.
This is the set you want. Only at thewoodsmithstore.com.